I talked to Kara yesterday. I was taking a walk around 5. I met a new friend last night, a friend of a friend, this girl Malia. We went to Tallahassee food trucks last night, hung out with her for hours.
I'm Lazy B, justice seeker, story keeper, and we're still watching, waiting for justice.
Of drawing my hair and doing all the things. And then I didn't because I've been conning it. Thanks for watching everything. Happy to see y'all. And what is today? Tuesday? I've never taken off almost 2 weeks of work, and I don't know what day it is. So happy y'all are here. I was also watching YouTube today, catching up on the CrimeCon drama that I did not know was even going on. So there's that. Sorry I pushed it out a little bit later. Hey, Christina and John Smith and Maestro. Hey, Mia. Sidebar Snoop. Cat Ride. And everyone. Good to see y'all. So I thought, well, hold on. I want to do something. So I did not know. Do y'all remember Laura Ingle? I think she used to be on like MSNBC or something. Oh, thanks, Sidebar Snoop. I'm happy to be home. You know, there's just nothing like being in your own bed with your own sheets, your own shampoo and water. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I did not even see JLR. I mean, I saw Lauren and Gray Bay walk by me at one point, and that was it. If I saw Christina, I don't know it. I don't really know if I would know what I mean, I've seen videos of her, but not like enough that I would know. There's thousands and thousands of people there, y'all. So, like it's not gonna, you just can't see everybody. And it's spread out over like 3 different floors. But I'm gonna show y'all everything I went to and kind of tell y'all. Let me find this. Because I thought Laura Ingle did a good video with Cheryl McCollum. And I'm sad to say I did not meet her. All right, hold on. I'm going to switch it. Hold on. Let me let Katie in my office. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. Come on. Here you go. Come here. Good girl. So I thought we could just see this because it does a good little 21-minute take on CrimeCon in the creator row in the exhibitor hall. So exhibitors pay money, and then I think creators apply and they select some. I personally would not want to do it because you got to have somebody to man that booth the whole time. And besides, I mean, people will be like, "Who are you? What is this?" So no thanks. But I enjoyed walking through it. A lot of people there like written books because they've never had justice for maybe a child that was murdered or let's see, missing people. What else? There's a lot of podcasts. I mean, it's not like I'm walking through there seeing all these YouTubers. So it's Sidebar Snoop, you saw me with Gigi. I did get to meet Paul, and I feel like an idiot. And I know his channel is reporting live from my sofa, but I was like, oh, yeah, you're the big comfy couch, which is the television show. If you're a Gen Xer, you know. And he kind of looked at me, and somebody that was with him was like, sofa. So sorry. The blonde was Leslie for sure. Yeah, John, I know. I'm curious. Do I feel better after speaking with Vinny? Yeah, I thought we could watch that and see. Yeah, Gigi, bless her, working that booth with the live stream on, and her sweet parents. My God, they are the sweetest people. She's amazing. Hey, Scott. Oh, it's just some drama with these YouTube creators. It was just they pulled Christina aside and are like, Lauren's gonna be here. Y'all stay in your lane. She'll stay in hers. Blah blah blah. And then I guess some people had Meta glasses, and you're not supposed to film when you're inside CrimeCon, like any of the speakers or presentations. You're not supposed to live stream it, which makes sense. A lot of times too, they're filming podcasts, or recording, I should say. But I enjoyed myself. But I thought we could watch this. So this is Laura Ingalls, which 20 something years ago, my father-in-law thought I looked like her, which I don't see. But I think she used to wear glasses, and I think she was on MSNBC, one of those stock shows. I think it was her. But that's something that's very interesting. All these major anchors, everybody's leaving and has been. The whole mainstream media, they're leaving it, and everybody's getting their own YouTube channels now. Yeah, they did. They called Christina out twice. Yeah, committing a crime at CrimeCon, right? Yeah, I don't know if they spoke to Lauren. I mean, they told Christina they were going to. I don't know. I was like, whatever. I don't have time for that. I was busy. Okay. So Cheryl McCullough, y'all's major like CSI investigator.
Okay. So here we are, CrimeCon 2026, Las Vegas. Let's take a walk around. I'm going to walk the floor with Cheryl McCollum, one of my very favorite experts that we interview all the time. You were basically the star of our coverage because you did the walk over at Tupac Shakur's murder.
And I really hope I don't get a freaking strike. But if I do, I'll deal with it.
Site.
Well, that's something you and I have done in New York. Now we've done it here. When you look at the two crime scenes, there's some similar components to both of them.
Yeah.
Especially when you look at how he was shot both times. Both times he's confined in something that he can't get out of.
Right.
He's ambushed. He's ambushed around people that he knows and trusts. I mean, that's a really unusual component to have in both series where he's shot multiple times. He could have died in either scene. So it's really unusual.
Right. We're going to walk here. This is in motion. So we're just passing Althram. Let's talk about Althram for a second,
Oh,
Cheryl.
man.
So I interviewed Kristen.
Scott says no strikes, only balls here. Yeah, that's right. Hey, whatever questions y'all have, if you have any about this, just type them. I'm not saying I will know the answers, but I will try. Okay, right here, this booth to the right of Cheryl, that's Othram. They do all the DNA testing in the Idaho case. And I have questions, and I don't want anybody hating on me. Of course, I know that Brian Koberger, I mean, it was ridiculously drawn out. He had a defender named Ann Taylor, and then they did a plea deal because the death penalty was off the table and he got life. But you've got your groups of people, right? Like you've got your Adelson, Justice for Dan Markell people like us. And then you've got definitely your Idaho 4 people, for sure. There was definitely like the group of the Nancy Guthrie. Everyone's got that one like case. So what is like all the undercurrents of that? Because people are like, I'm going to find out what really happened. I would just love for someone to help me out. I mean, I've read some things down rabbit holes on Reddit, but I really would just like to understand it more.
While we were doing live shots for News Nation, but they have a great booth here that helps you to understand DNA. DNA should lead the investigation, not follow it. So you see here, they've got the crime scene to the inference ready profile. I mean, they've done such incredible work, and there's more to go.
when they talk about your DNA, their justice, that's one of the clearest taglines I've ever heard. When you put your DNA into any of these systems, you have no idea where that may connect on a case.
Yeah.
It could solve a cold case. It could solve an active case like Coburger.
Yeah.
They do amazing work.
That's amazing. So you've been walking around the floor. Our friend Tom Smith is over here. We'll walk over to Gold Shields.
Oh, absolutely.
But I love Exhibitors Hall because people come here to share their stories. What are some of the, you've been on stage all weekend. What have you been doing?
I got to hang out with Joe Kinda, got to hang out with the team that's investigating the Alcatraz. Did they or did they not escape?
What was the answer?
Well, we can't tell it yet.
Oh, it's a
She's
show
good.
coming out.
She's good. She tried. She tried to get me slipping. I think you'll enjoy it.
See, now I'm mad I didn't go to the Alcatraz one. It was hard because a lot of the things I wanted to go to, there would be something else at the same time, and I would have to make a decision. I should have gone to the Alcatraz one because I've actually visited there 3 times. Unbelievable. Once, like as a child, it was just never really intentional 3 times. It was just the way the trip went. But I think they escaped.
Because we put a lot of not just forensics into it, but we put in some common sense stuff. Like all these people say, well, they drowned in the bay. They drowned in the bay. Where's the evidence of that?
Right.
3 people and you don't recover any bodies? That doesn't make any sense.
I can't
Then
wait to
other
see
people
this.
say, well, they were shark attacked. But the raft was intact. There's no tattered clothing. There's no blood everywhere. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense.
There's Tom Smith and crew with Gold Shields. We've got an episode coming out on, we did a interview yesterday. I'm going to post that as well. These guys I love. I was actually walking.
Fantastic. Yeah.
I was walking.
Now, Scott, that is a great question. My best meal, hands down, Nobu. Ate there twice. I could eat Nobu sushi every day, and some of y'all are going, "Oh, raw stuff." Let me tell you, if it is good quality, it should never smell fishy. Oh my God, it was the best. Best cocktails, best sushi. Ate there twice. It was delicious.
Around yesterday doing a kind of a walk and talk on my camera, and I came around the corner and I saw Going West, and I've been listening to them. You know what story they covered? Cheryl and Hockley. Remember the teacher that we talked about?
Oh, yeah.
So I talked to them about that. We're going to be hopefully connecting, and I'll get to interview them. But they were so nice.
They do great work.
They were so nice. And
but everybody here, like Tom and them, you're talking about 2 of the best that ever came out of NYPD.
Yeah.
And they're right here to talk to you about any case.
That's right. And so one of the things I talked to Tom about, they've got an unsolved bombing case that they still want help. So we're going to dive into that as well. So
Great.
The great thing here about Creators Row and exhibition is we get to learn.
Okay, do y'all hear the noise in the background? It keeps going like in the exhibit hall. I swear to God, I think it's like a taser.
About all these cases. What have you learned?
Profilers. Do you know the consult?
I don't.
So she's a FBI profiler.
Is that right?
But again, they're just here at your disposal. So if you have a case, if you have a missing loved one, if you have something unusual about your case, you can stop and talk to one of the best there is. She's right there, willing to help.
Well, we're going to have to circle back on that.
No, I need to make sure you meet her.
Yes.
Sure enough.
Be safe,
And then-
girl.
Yes, safety first. And then, Crime Weekly, they will.
Oh, that is what it was. I went by that. Be safe, girl. I guess that's what it was. Some kind of a stun gun or something. But those bright hair clip things, those are like, I think can be used to stab a guy in the eyes or the testicles.
One again last night. 2 years in a row, honey.
Yeah, look at here. This is a friend of mine is a huge fan of theirs, Derek and Stephanie, and they are so nice, and they will sit and talk to you, and tell us about the award that they won. You went to the Clue Awards.
Yeah, so Crime Weekly won the best, I don't know what that would be, content creator at Clue Awards. They won it last year too. Look, though, they were selling merch there. Christina, I thought you'd find it interesting. Look at all the boxes and crap they had a haul there. No, thank you. I did not buy any merch, no, that's not true. I have one thing I bought. I do have one thing I bought. I'll show y'all.
Right. I got to present one of the awards, so I got to watch every one of them. But you're talking about podcast content, books, shows, documentaries, TV shows, movies. They honor everybody in true crime.
Amazing.
And just show the good work they're doing. It's unbelievable.
Amazing. And we're going to take a lap and we'll end back up at the News Nation booth. What do we have here? We have, I can't read.
Genius Books.
Genius Books, thank you.
Hey there.
Hi. And we've got to learn more about this. Do you have a card?
Who are you? What are you with?
My name is Laura Ingle. I'm with News Nation, and I have a YouTube channel. I'm here with my friend Cheryl McCollum.
Good to see you.
Did y'all hear that lady? She goes, "Who are you?" Let me just rewind that. It's like, wow.
My name is Laura Ingle. I'm with News Nation, and I have a YouTube channel. I'm here with my friend. More about this. Do you have a card?
Who are you? What are you with?
My name is
Who are
Laura
you?
Ingle.
What are
I'm
you
News
with?
Nation.
Wow. Okay. So as a Southerner, this is very hard for me. I think I'm just overly friendly because I would not say I felt tons of hospitality at this. Some nice people, yes, but not like overwhelming hospitality. Hey, Nap. Hey, everybody. Hey, Julia. Fish has flown in multiple times a day to Vegas. I don't doubt it. God, it was so good. My work gave me a $250 gift card there for my birthday because they knew I loved to go there. And so we just kept ordering. Our bill before tax was $415. Yeah. And no, yeah, my YouTube does not pay for this trip. Somebody, I think they were joking in my comments. Yeah, it didn't even pay for my badge.
And I have a YouTube channel. I'm here with my friend Cheryl McCollum.
Good to see you.
I saw the News Nation.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
And what are you here doing?
This is a true crime story. It's a cold case, and I am the author and first cousin of the victim.
Okay.
1985 San Diego case. Very layered story as to.
I'm just going to say, when I attended the behavior panel, they said if you ever just like get a weird feeling or something about someone, you don't know what it is, you just do, like, trust that. I'm just getting a weird feeling with this one, and that's all.
Who really the killer is, which it's still open and cold. They say they're investigating this, but she had some.
This is Laura Ingle. I guess she's with News Nation now. I guess they all leave major networks and go join other ones, News Nation. But she's got a channel now called Case Files with Laura Ingle. I think it's really new. She's only got like a few thousand subscribers.
Involvement. You know, there was involvement with police. There was. We were told serial killer Gary Ridgway did it, but the Green River Killer did not have that name in 1985. So there were copycats.
Okay.
So we're still figuring it out. And as people come along, and I've been doing the CrimeCon now for 6 years,
Okay.
and so a lot of people that are from San Diego or heard of the story because it did go viral. They made a billboard on her, NHI, which means no humans involved. Faced it up to the San Diego Police Department at the time. The neighbors were outraged. This thing still looms in San Diego.
Okay, I'm going to be giving you a call, and we'll do an episode on it on my channel. Okay.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. And your name?
Anita DiFrancesco.
Anita. Thank
Yes.
you. I'm Laura.
I think Laura Ingle needs to do an episode on me about a woman that hit her midlife crisis and started a YouTube channel.
Good. You know, my name's on here too.
Okay,
Nice.
perfect. Thank you.
Laura.
Yes, thank you very much. Good luck to you.
I'm just
All right,
live, so
I'll
don't
give
say
you this.
anything crazy.
Walking around. Hi, guys. How are you?
Okay, these women, this really bugged me.
We're just doing a little walk and talk, talking about CrimeCon and all the things. What was your top session so far?
Oh gosh.
I don't know. We did several that I really loved, so that's really hard.
It was very interesting.
That's my story.
Well, when you have watched it from the beginning.
Okay, so y'all might not have heard it, but there was a session on Scott Peterson. It was the new evidence, is what it was called. Let me look at the exact name because I definitely knew I was not going to go. Let me find it. The new evidence, and that Mark Garagos was on the panel. I thought, hell no, I'm not going. But apparently these ladies went.
And you literally grew up with that story out there. It's kind of devastating to imagine that someone might be sitting there waiting and didn't do anything wrong. Like, it's just, that's not what we're going for.
Do you think he's innocent?
I just have questions that I never had before. And those questions matter because that's where that reasonable doubt lives, right?
Yeah.
So if we aren't looking into those, I don't like the idea of suppressed evidence. Like that just seems wrong. And I have questions.
My friend Cheryl McCollum here. I know what her view is. What's your view on Scott Peterson?
He's right where he needs to be.
Okay.
No doubt in my mind.
I love this Cheryl, and she is a Southerner. She's from Atlanta, Georgia.
There you go. Zero doubt in my mind.
And that's why.
But that's good to know.
Sure. Well, here's one thing
know
you gotta
something.
you gotta factor in when somebody's telling you there's new evidence. What new evidence did you hear? None. There is no new evidence.
If she confronted burglars on the day of her disappearance, it would
Right.
not stun me at all that burglars would want to silence someone who is a witness.
Understood.
I also
But
don't
what
understand.
evidence is there that happened?
There isn't, but that's why we should investigate it. There's no evidence because
Okay, this lady, this is like people that were on my freaking jury, like coming up with these crazy ass scenarios, like nothing that was discussed in the trial. And Cheryl's like, okay, where's that evidence? Well, there aren't, but we should investigate to see if there is the evidence.
no one ever tried to.
I think I'm like a
Right?
middle party where, I agree with you. I think he did do it, but I
That's
think
all we
that
need to
there's
hear.
maybe
Thank you,
enough-
ma'am. You're welcome. Coming to CrimeCon.
I'm your best friend now. I'll see you later.
I don't know. I also thought it was really weird that a person would put someone's dog back on a leash without even trying to contact the owners. But we are all like very dog loving.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, I can't leave this baby
Yeah,
alone
where
with
was
this
the person
dog.
that
I
was
knew
with this
that it was my
dog?
neighbor's dog. Like, if
And
I
it
saw your
happened,
dog
yeah.
walk around all the time, I put them in the backyard.
Right.
I'd put the Kramer's
the
dogs in the
leash on and a
backyard.
Yeah, those ladies need to go on home to California because I bet that's where they're from.
Pregnant woman. I think that was like you pointed that out.
I was like, are you not worried that
Why
this
are you
pregnant
worried?
person is not with their dog?
So I was a little
And I
bit
wasn't
judgy about that.
concerned.
But
I felt like he did a
He's
good
got a
job
boat he
putting
don't
in
tell
a little
nobody
bit.
about. He's making anchors he don't tell nobody about. What man buys a boat and don't?
Sir Tedrick Walker asks, can't you write off the trip as you videoed there and posted? Yeah, I'm sure Mr. B would love that. I don't even think the cost of the trip, which it was like a vacation. And for us, you have to know when we go on vacation, we just enjoy ourselves very much. The cost of this trip, I don't even think I would have in revenue on YouTube in the whole year. But great point, and I will bring that up with the CPA.
Tell all his friends.
well, it's true. I mean, I prefer one thing to owning a boat, and that's a friend who has a boat.
And see, and
Now
this
she's
is
making sense. People.
and this is why CrimeCon is important and why these
Yes.
discussions and why people, because I've been covering Scott Peterson for a long time, and people say, I thought it was over. But people like yourself have questions. Investigators have their answers. We'll see what happens. Look, if there is evidence, if there is something that comes up, let's talk about it and let's get to it. But it hasn't happened so far, and it's over 20 years.
The brunette lady is Cheryl McCollum. She's a famous like CSI cold case investigator unit in Atlanta, Georgia. She worked with Nancy Grace years ago. Nancy Grace.
Well,
It's interesting that there's this series coming out in July, and then one of the first things I said to my daughter is, so there's new evidence, but we have not, this is not, he hasn't been released. We haven't heard any news about him. So is the evidence enough, or is it something that we don't know yet?
All right, we're going to keep talking about it. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Have fun.
Enjoy.
Is she not fantastic?
I mean, the two weeks together was among my favorite sessions.
Thank you so much.
Looking forward to reading.
Thank
These two women in green and the one in the heart t-shirt from Lula Rowe looks like they are definitely not socially aware. Now, if you could read body language like any normal person, you could see Laura and Cheryl were distancing themselves. They're trying to walk off like, hey, let's wrap this up. And they're just keep on talking in their mom jeans. Julia, you love her accent? Okay, Julia, I'm curious. So I met Julia out in Vegas. Did you think I had a Southern accent? Because some people think it's very Southern, others don't. And do you think I'm overly friendly? Maybe I'm too nice. And Suzanne, I'll get to that.
All right. See, those isn't that interesting?
No, it's so important. And here's the thing. You're lay people, that's your jury. So you have to be able to talk to them and try to convince them. She thinks new evidence is something that doesn't exist.
Right.
That's not evidence. I can't spend my time chasing windmills and investigating ghosts.
Yeah.
Give me somebody that saw somebody walking toward her home.
Mhm.
Give me a footprint on the door where somebody kicked in her home.
Mhm.
You've got to give me something to investigate. I
Right.
can't just say, hey, there could have been a burglary. Let me look at nothing.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
just not how we work.
Right.
We go with what is a fact? What can I put my hands on?
Mhm.
The fact again, he's making anchors.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
And
Exactly, Cheryl. Scott Peterson had made concrete anchors in December, and 2 words, Amber Fry. That's all you got to know.
who on a little like small boat needs 5 cement anchors?
Somebody who had other plans, perhaps.
Somebody that had other plans.
So we'll take a lap here. I know that we have things to do. So we're on Sunday of CrimeCon, and how many sessions in total did you have?
I had 2 sessions, but then I had a breakfast and a lunch and a meet and greet and a book signing.
Well, see, that's why you're the rock star.
It's a lot, but you don't want to miss.
This is a great idea, Beach Bum. Leslie B needs to do a cam ready makeup and wardrobe live for the next one. Some folks may need it. Neverly texted me too, and she mentioned that I could do a 5 to 10, some cases 30-minute makeover. But I'm just going to tell y'all, some of these people, they just don't care. And somebody, because I think in one of my videos, I'm like, I mean, some of these people look like they rolled out of bed. I'm sorry. I just grew up, if you're going to the grocery store, put on some lipstick. And I was comfortable, but like, I want to look presentable because guess what? I might end up on court TV. I mean, I'm not going to go looking like ass. It's not going to happen.
Anything either.
Right.
So when they say, hey, somebody would like to meet with you, are you kidding?
Yep.
Because I will be on duty Monday morning. Let me tell you, those detectives do not.
How adorable is she? She loves coming out to CrimeCon because she gets to meet with other people. And she said, because I'll be at work Monday. Those detectives, they don't care about getting my autograph. These people are networking. They're making connections. Love it. And that's what it's all about to me. I mean, attending the sessions, yeah, that's fine. But the meeting the people and when else am I going to get to talk with FBI agents and Epstein survivors? And never. That's not going to happen because I'm not a Clinton.
Not want my autograph. They do not want my picture. So this is just a wonderful, wonderful event.
Right.
And are these not the rock stars? You were
These
talking about stealing the
Hufflepuff.
show.
Yeah.
Look.
Hufflepuff is here. Look at these guys.
Maestro, those ladies, they probably did it, but that was exactly the jury that I had with the other jurors. They were all like, oh, I think he did it. I just don't think there's proof. Oh my God, I could have. I was so mad.
These are trained therapy dogs that help witnesses, as you know,
Yes.
when they testify, especially children, who help calm them down.
Look at her waiting for that treat. She has not taken her eyes off that
Yeah.
Ziploc.
Nope. And that's Hufflepuff.
Yes.
So I met these dogs. So how cool is this? So they help calm like children before they're going to testify, and they can actually sit there at the witness stand and calm them. Like these are things I would not know about in real everyday life. Okay, best drink, Scott. So I loved the lychee martini at Nobu. I absolutely do. And don't laugh. I know it's touristy, but our favorite place to get cocktails, and they are very expensive, but they are good, is Vanderpump's Cocktail Lounge in Caesars. And they are delicious. I also think the Bellagio, like a real bar, not a free one, makes amazing Cosmos. Can't think of the name of the Baccarat bar, I think, in Bellagio. They have incredible cocktails as well.
I love the tongue out the side. I feel like that on most days. How cute is that? Have you
That's
ever seen that,
cute.
Cheryl? Have you ever seen a therapy dog
yes.
in court?
Yes,
You
and
have?
I love them because you can put them right on the witness stand underneath. They
Yeah.
don't even know the dog is there, but the child can pet the dog and they are aware.
Right.
Hey, how are you?
Okay. Nice to meet you.
My husband Jonathan works at News Nation.
Oh, great. Great, great, great.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so we're
So cute.
hello. Good morning, you guys.
You know, they've been nice just to have us petting on them.
I know,
You know?
I know, and they're so great.
Hey, Kathy Mama Bear. I got to meet Kathy Mama Bear in person. She's a mod over on Courtroom Confidential, but it was so cool to meet mods in real life. And they're a cool group of mods, unlike other mods.
But
So
you
we'll
see,
walk
this
through.
is the last day. People have been ripping and running. Look how many people are still here.
Yeah.
They
I like
don't
that,
want to leave.
ripping and running.
Yeah. Well,
So-
you have been ripping and running. You've been running on about 3 hours sleep.
I have, but it's important to tell as many stories as possible. And you can't.
I love that, Cheryl. You've been ripping and running. She's just darling. 4 of 6. I love your accent. Thank you. Julia, I love meeting you. Sensed a Southern accent. I love how warm and friendly you are. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you.
Can't do it all, right? It's like coming to New York. You can't.
Well, let me tell you one. Talking about ripping and running. Do you know this mother?
I don't.
Okay, so her daughter was murdered in Tulsa, Oklahoma. She does a caravan where she drives across the United States. Maggie, this is Laura Engel from News Nation.
Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Tell her how many times you've driven across the country.
I'm on my 25th tour right now.
Say that again.
I'm on my 25th tour. I call it the Caravan to Catch a Killer. And the last 5 years, it sort of culminated with CrimeCon, or started. This one is traveling with Brit on Route 66, so it's starting here.
That's incredible. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Well,
What do you
thank
want people to know when you come here? What's the number one you want people to see? The image, the facts, and a tip, right?
Well, that, but really over the last, it's a 22 almost year cold case. So the last 10, it's really that cold cases aren't dead cases. We got a law passed in Oklahoma that's giving homicide survivors a voice. And so basically now we may never solve ours, but if I can help other cold case families, I've also a trauma psychologist for 37 years. So
Yes, we did go to Gordon Ramsay, not the Hell's Kitchen or whatever it's called, but the other one that's at Caesar's. And my husband had the burger. I wasn't that hungry, but he did. He said it was great. It should have been. It was like $41.
I come to this two ways.
Can I get your card so we can do something later?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, give me your card.
Yeah, Laura Ingalls definitely just starting out. She's just grabbing cards of people to. That's great though. She's gonna give all these people exposure.
And this also has all the media that I'm on.
Great.
So.
Okay.
And I'm going to be on the road for the next 5 weeks.
Okay.
But Lamar Billboard is hoping to do a tour, billboard campaign with us on the cities on Route 66. So
Good luck to you.
thank you
Good
so
luck.
much.
Absolutely. And that is a perfect example, Cheryl. And you've met another friend.
I know you love babies.
Do.
He was left, abandoned, starving.
Oh.
They got him, and now they have a nonprofit where they pay vet bills for people. So you don't have to abandon your dog in an alleyway if you can't help them.
What's the name of your business?
Ethan Almighty's Blessings. This was Ethan, and he was dumped 2020.
Hey, Melissa, that's so cool. You're going to see No Doubt at the Sphere. It'll be amazing. It'll be worth it. The Sphere's unreal. So Laura Ingle is in the red. Years ago, she was on, I think it was MSNBC or CNBC, something like that. And then the other one is Cheryl McCollum, who's like a big investigator with the cold case unit in Atlanta. Famous.
21 at a shelter in a parking lot. He weighed 38 pounds. Should have been about 90.
Scott, I know they should have like a mod big button, but some of them you just kind of can tell.
Walk, couldn't stand up. And at that time in Kentucky, there was no mechanism to prosecute anybody that would do something like that to a dog. So we worked for 4 years in the state of Kentucky and got Ethan's law passed. It makes it a felony now for the intentional torture of a cat or a dog.
Wow. And who's this?
This is Ethan.
This is Ethan. This is the man.
Yeah.
All right.
They're making a movie about Ethan's story.
They're making a movie.
They're in the middle of filming right now, starring Selma Blair and Sean Patrick Flannery. It'll be called Ethan Almighty, about getting the law passed and about how his story was an inspiration to some other folks around the country. Yeah.
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
I'd love
Thanks
to
for the
talk
time.
more to you.
Yeah, thanks for the time.
We'll come back around. All right.
Good to see you. Absolutely. And Laura, that's what I'm saying. You can't go 5 feet without somebody wanting to tell you their story.
That's right.
Because they know the power of you.
Yeah.
You're going to get that story out ethically, happily, with compassion.
Laura, I love it. She's so confident. Yeah. She's looking around like, yep, I'm a badass. They want on my show.
And that's
But we got to talk to Laura about the black eyeliner.
why they're here, whether it's their child or their dog.
Right. And we're back at the News Nation booth, and real quick, I see Gabby Petito's mom over here. Let's just say a quick hello to her before we pack up. And here we have the Gabby Petito Foundation. We're recording, and we're just doing a last walkthrough with Cheryl McCollum here. We've got Nicole Schmidt, Gabby Petito's mom. Good to see you again.
I'm sad I did not go by there, or did not get to meet her. I walked by, but she wasn't there at the moment. I would have loved to have met her.
Oh, I'm so glad that I ran into you before I had to run off. So we're just doing a recap here with our friends. How's it going?
I'm tired. This was a very long weekend, but I think there was a lot of impactful sessions, and I was so happy to see everyone come to my session with Megan next door. We told her mom's story, and we're just so blessed to be here. Yeah.
Well, you're doing the work of sharing your story and shining a light on others, and that is such an important part of your foundation. Your foundation has really grown.
We have gotten to a place we can't believe. 4.5 years later now, our foundation is exploded. We do trainings. We're building an education program. We're just so excited.
And I heard Joe talking about a law that you're trying to get passed.
We just got the law passed in New York.
In New York.
Yes,
right.
2 days ago, it finally passed. So now they have to mandate the lethality assessment across the state.
Okay, and just tell people briefly what that is.
A lethality assessment is a questionnaire that police officers have to use when they respond to a domestic violence incident, but they are also trauma-informed and trained on it so that they do it in the right way, and then they're able to figure out who the primary aggressor is in the situation.
Right, and of course that correlates so closely to Gabby's case, and then and you guys are working on state by state. You can't do it all at once, but one state at a time.
Well, we are hoping we can get it federally done at some point, maybe when a certain amount of states finally come on. But yeah, it's a lot of work. We'll keep going.
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Good luck to you. Sorry about knocking over your water bottle. Hey, real things happen.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Good luck, and we'll talk to you back in New York. We're going to come to your golf tournament. And we'll just circle back here at the News Nation booth. I've told you this story, I think, but I was with her husband, Ian Jackson, when Gabby was found.
Oh,
I was doing an interview with Jim Schmidt. We were talking about the search to find Gabby. They were still searching for her. And as I was talking to...
Wow, John, that is a great comparison. The mother of Gabby's killer reminds me of Sharilla's... what's her name? Mackenzie Sharilla's mom, Natalie. Yeah.
Jim Schmidt on camera, his phone rang and it was the FBI. And I still get chills.
Sure.
It was devastating.
And you know what? Always just, I don't know, it breaks my heart and fills my heart at the same time to watch the four of them.
Yeah.
She legitimately had 4 parents.
She did.
And I always think about Jim Smith because he's the one, remember, that had to fly out there.
Yep.
And you think, as that daddy, I don't like stepdaddy in this situation because that's not how he comes off.
Right.
But he had to go out there and identify her.
Yeah.
And I just think, oh my gosh. But, her other father.
The guy over Cheryl's left shoulder in that striped blouse, I met him. I don't remember who he is, but I didn't meet him.
Remember when he went to the house and they wouldn't come to the door?
Yeah,
Oh
Joe.
my gosh.
Okay, so again, this is Cheryl McCollum, famous cold case investigator, detective on the right. And then Laura Engel is a news anchor.
It's crazy.
It's nuts. But look what they're doing with it. The burn after reading. They're taking something that just is the devil himself and they're using it for good.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, those are the types of stories that we continue to tell. And that's a really important part of this too. When a story ends or when the media coverage goes away, these victims' families are still living with it, and in the Petito's case, and everybody that you're and Schmidt that you're seeing here, they're trying to do good in the world.
Absolutely.
And I know you are too.
I know you are.
So
I appreciate you.
We're gonna, and I have, and stay with me. Hold on, because I brought my book, and here it is. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I pre-ordered my book. I brought it to Las Vegas. This is Cheryl's new book, Swans Don't Swim in a Sewer. Tell people where that name came from.
The name came from Nancy Grace. So when I was in my 20s, I was probably about 23, 24, we had a case where a woman didn't show up for court. And so Nancy got in a car and got a rookie driving us around, and we went everywhere we could to find her, in the bluff, in the cut, in crack houses, trap houses. And the rookie was getting kind of tired of driving around, and he said, "Why are we going to all these places doing all this?" And she was like, "Where do you think we have to go? Swans don't swim in a sewer." And that never left me.
Yeah, I love that. And this is a story about a serial killer.
Okay, that sounds like a good book. Swans Don't Swim in the Sewer. Okay, got a question about Brian Enton on the screen. And look at this. So I went to the meet and greet. I'm not like done up. And he was like, "Would you like an autograph picture?" How freaking adorable is that? He is the nicest, authentic. Yes, I would say he is just in person like he is on TV. I just was like, "Thank you so much for all your great coverage. Really enjoy." He's like, "Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much." And there was like a special needs adult, young adolescent, I don't know, in front of me. So he went first, and I don't believe the guy was verbal. And Brian was like, "Hi, I met you last year. You want me to autograph your whatever they give us, this CrimeCon flyer book thing, this thing." But he was just lovely. I would just want to say that. All right. Sorry. I just enjoyed today and showering and not blow dry my hair and all this stuff. Book club. Adelson Hater is a great idea. Swans don't swim in the sewer. I love that. So the next thing I thought we could do is this isn't like a video. It's really, I'm going to use it more like a slideshow. But yeah, Gigi is precious. And I'm going to tell you something else about Gigi. So the meeting itself was at Caesars. So I just want to highly encourage y'all, if you're going to go, and you've got 16 months to prepare. So it's next September. And it's not cheap. Okay. It is not cheap. But if you go ahead and buy your badge now, then they will email you the code, and you can stay in the hotel where CrimeCon is going to be next year. And that is worth its weight in gold. So you get a discounted rate. It is a very nice hotel. I have stayed there before. In Vegas, there's a lot of other nearby hotels, so not as hard to, I guess, walk over or whatever. But it's going to be a little different in Orlando. So I just want y'all to know that if you start saving now, you can go. But it's all about the networking and just meeting people. That was the best thing. So I'm sure there are people making fun of me and my outfits. We already know that person, Anita, made fun, but Anita has changed their name, and I've screenshot that and I'm going to share. So Christina, where are you in the chat? Christina designed, she was amazing. So I get to work with Christina as a friend, but I would say, you know what I really want? So I am big chested, and I don't like having like all this graphic stuff on my tee, because like for women, and y'all know what I mean, like I don't want all that. So I explained to Christina that I wanted something higher, like in the middle part, like up on my, what do you call that? Bone? Hell, I don't know. So that when I wore jackets, you could still see it. And she executed it beautifully. And I planned my outfit months ago. Outfits. There's Christina. Hello, Christina. You're amazing. So we did, for day one, the Leslie B shirt with my pink blazer and jeans. And it was funny because I'd even texted Grish. I said, "Oh yeah, I'm doing this t-shirt and a blazer." He's like, "LB, I don't know about that. That does not sound good." And then I cuffed it, and it had like little leopard cuffs, and then I had a leopard belt and leopard sandals. Anyway, it was perfect. And Grish texted. He was like, "You were right. Yes, snap. September 24th through 26th, I think. I'm going to show it in a second. And then for day 2, so wanted something themed, of course, with our favorite co-conspirator. And this says Game Changer, and it has the little signature glasses. And I think you call these, Christina, the mini tees, I think. So, yeah, the Game Changer, and it was adorable. And I had my never give up necklace on. And so we're going to play the Vinnie Politan video next, but he was cracking up. But Anita said that my outfit didn't match, which she's wrong. So had on hot pink pants, the Game Changer. I had a navy and hot pink scarf and a denim jacket. And then on the 3rd day, I had the Verdict Watch shirt. So it was so fun. So thank y'all so much. Oh, Kathy Mama Bear says, "You always look so put together. Unlike me, that could barely get my act right." And so, well, yeah, there is no video. It's just me with no sound. There's no video. It's just me. I was just showing y'all my outfits. Okay. So, but it was fun because I knew from last year going to CrimeCon that people wore like kind of themed stuff. I mean, you definitely saw Gigi's people in all of the Gigi t-shirts. And then like you might see a group of 10 friends and they've all got stuff matching. I mean, people get into it. I saw one lady in black leggings with crime scene tape design on it. Yeah, Wendy would not wear those. It would say fallen tree. So I wanted something fun but still classy that like, hey, if I have to go to Nobu, I won't feel like a moron in this. So thank you all. Yeah, they should have a best dressed award. And I know that some of y'all are like, "Oh, that's just ridiculous to get dressed up." Look, I was comfortable. I was in jeans and t-shirts, but that's how I roll right there. That's all I'm going to say. All right. So then the next thing is, all right, so when you check in, you get this book, and it's like a brochure book. So there's no audio or anything on this other than me talking. And it's got lots of different advertisements and everything, but it's got your schedule. Oh, Adelson Hater. I love it. We need one that says stay tuned. Yeah. So this was the book that I got. And of course, we had the app that you could look at everything online, but I don't know. I love an app, but I still like to see stuff on paper. Okay, so this is Friday. So this is the first day. Took these pictures today outside on my porch. I'm just trying to give people like a better idea of how this stuff flows. So I was the girl in college that went the night before her classes to find them all, like when it was a new quarter. Yeah, that's dorky, but I did that. All right. So then what I did was I green starred what I attended because somebody else asked for this. So you can see there's different ballrooms and things. So this was like 3 levels. It was in the conference center of Caesars. So at 12 o'clock, I guess they did like a welcome to CrimeCon video at the initial, what do you call that? At each of the initial breakout sessions. So everybody was watching the same thing. And Nancy Grace did one on Nancy Guthrie at 12:05 called Vanish. But I thought, I don't know if I want to go to that. So I didn't see Nancy Grace. But I went to the Ohio dentist double homicide. That's the Tepe case because I've definitely been following that one. And it was good. I can't say I learned anything additional. But Vinnie Paulton hosted it. Then Jesse Weber was there. So I really enjoyed that. And that was in one of those huge ballrooms. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of people in there. And there are different passes that you can buy. So you get a lanyard and it's got like a kind of a laminated card y'all have seen people wearing. And there's general admission and you just can sit anywhere. Then there's gold and there's platinum. So general admission, so because I had bought mine in advance, it was $2.99. But I think if you buy it later, it's $3.99. Then there's the gold, which I believe is around $600. And I just always last year and this year I thought I don't need that. But I did go ahead and buy gold for Orlando because one, they do sell out. And on the last day, I sat in the gold section because I mean, like over half the people were already gone, and you get way more leg room, and it's easy, and you get to sit closer. And they also have special like break areas. That's the biggest problem is like on breaks, there were no chairs. There was nowhere to sit down. That's why I was sitting in like a phone booth at one point. So they have special like whatever you call it, like break rooms. And one lady said to me, I like it because you get away from the riffraff. I thought that was funny. You'll also get included in that the VIP events, and you get to like cut in line for check-in. So I'm gonna try it. Whatever. So the other choices that they had that day were the Rape Kit Crisis. So I was hearing about that. I did not go to that, but apparently like they're just really messed up. And then a lot of times in that creator studio, it's all set up. So when you go there, they're also taping or recording a podcast. So they will, do the intros and outros and all that. Then at 1:20, so I debated on going to, you know what, I put the star in the wrong place. I debated on going to the Blanca Simpson, the housekeeper knows all with Murdaugh because I thought she's not gonna be able to say anything. And now I wish I'd gone because they were like, oh yeah, she was telling all kinds of stuff. So, hated that I missed it. But I did go to the live podcast taping Body Bags with Joe Scott Morgan. And I want y'all to know he is the nicest man. And his wife is precious. She travels and does all this with him. And she sat there, attended everything. And a lady that I guess is a big fan, I couldn't really hear what she said, but she made him a quilt, huge quilt, gave it to him afterwards. Originally, I was going to go to the canine demonstration, but I changed it. So I went to Body Bags with Joe Scott Morgan. There's just not enough time because as soon as it's over, you want to go up there and talk to the creators. And then next thing you know, you've got to like beeline it to your next presentation. And then oftentimes I'm late and thus having to crawl over people and all that. Sir Tedrick, you can tell you have great self-esteem as dressing and looking good makes you feel good. Oh, that's sweet. I don't know if it's great self-esteem or if it's bad self-esteem, and I think it makes me feel better. But I just know that if someone takes my picture, I don't want to. I mean, one morning I filmed with no makeup and I was going to get coffee. And let me tell y'all, that took a lot of balls for me to do that. Rosemary, we are the same. I made sure my kids knew where their classes were at college before we drove away. It's fun to be at CrimeCon vicariously through you. Oh, thanks. All right. So this was Friday. So Friday really starts at noon. Okay. You could get your passes on Thursday night. And I went and the line was hundreds of people long. And then it was in a ballroom and we had a Nobu reservation. So I said, okay, I'll just get it Saturday morning or Friday morning. And that was really hard for me because I have OCD. Like I was anxious about it. And my husband's like, it's fine. You'll get it tomorrow. But anyway, it is what it is. Okay. So then this was Friday afternoon. So then I decided to go to the search for Nancy Guthrie, although I had told myself I'm not going to do any Nancy Guthrie stuff because it's all just speculation. But y'all know I have an allegiance to Josh Ritter. And because when I was on my 10,000 subs goal back at the end of last year, and I made that Christmas wish list, I tagged him just like, oh, I'd love it if he came on my show, thinking, no way. And Tiffany Ritter, like, bent over backwards, emailing me, like, what can we do? We want to help you. And it just, I'll never forget that. Like, you never forget that. I'm looking at my notes. So Thursday night, I did meet up with Joe Patuto, and that was fun. We got to chat, and it was just cool to meet her. And then Julia came and met us. And then somebody's at our doorbell. Then on Friday, I'm looking. I went to the Tepe case. I met Paul. I'm reading my notes that I have on my phone. Went to Creator Row. Joseph Scott Morgan. Talked about that. Okay, Guthrie case. So this is the notes that I had. Savannah Guthrie has hired a private investigator and has already spent $500,000 on the case, on her investigation. We're now, at this point, we were into 117 days since Nancy disappeared. And they are all just kind of fabric-lasted. You could tell they don't think fondly of Nanos because they were showing footage and Nanos like drives off out of the parking lot in his brand new Corvette. And how that Nanos doesn't want the FBI involved. And somebody from the panel was from the FBI and was like, there's just some cases the FBI doesn't want. So it's rare to like turn them away because FBI had literally deployed hundreds of agents, even had a plane on the ground ready to help any way they could. And Nanos wouldn't do anything about it. So what do y'all think of that? And then y'all are probably like, why are there no green stars? So I didn't go to anything else. I should have gone to the Alcatraz thing, but I'm going to be honest. I had an appointment at a retail store because my husband wanted to get me something for my birthday. And that's where we went. So I didn't do that. Okay, see over here where it says the self-defense course, VIP only, Patty Stewart, self-defense. So apparently she was a former self-defense, or she was a bodyguard for some celebrity. I don't know who. But only people that had VIP status could go to that. So if I'd had gold, I could have gone. Sidebar Snoop. Vegas is 1,000,000 steps on a day. Can't imagine how many steps you did. I should look. I can tell you my real job, I walk like 4 to 5 miles a day. So that was not anything weird for me. But I have a hard time like attending session after session after session. Kathy Mama Bear, if you go to 2027 CrimeCon and can afford it, the gold VIP is the best deal for your money. Yes. Also, so if you go and then you get the code for the hotel. So I tried to book the hotel before I bought the pass and it was coming up at $350 a night. Once I bought the pass and then I had the CrimeCon code, it's $200 a night. And it is a very nice hotel. But if you went with a friend, you could split it. The biggest thing too, I think, is taking some bottled water, because in Vegas, as y'all know, bottled water is like 10, 15, 20 bucks. They did have cooler, like jug things in the rooms with cups. But snacks, food is very, very expensive. It's expensive in Vegas. It's going to be expensive in Orlando. All right. Then they had something that night that was inside the mind of a criminal with John Douglas. And I heard through the grapevine it was a huge disappointment, and people that paid for it were livid and that he left early or something, but that is all hearsay. Kathy Mama Bear, it's fun, exhausting, but worth it, even just once in your lifetime. Yes. I'm reading through. Kathy Mama, my cousin in Charleston is meeting up with me to do CrimeCon for a girls' trip. Oh, that would be fun. Yeah, Josh Ritter and Tiffany, like they are the most authentic people. I almost cried when I found out they didn't win that award. I really thought they would. Okay, so yes, So Joseph Scott Morgan, he has the podcast Body Bags, and he is a famous like medical examiner. What do you call that? But I just asked him because he's right outside Birmingham, 3-hour drive. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to ask. Because you know what? You don't know unless you ask, right? Just like my Christmas wish list. I got some pretty big people to do interviews with me, if y'all remember last year. And I thought, no way. It was the people that I never thought would. It was the Josh Ritters. It was Justin Happerney. There was someone else. And I never dreamed they would do it, but they did. And I guess that is the sales director in me. But so Joseph Scott Morgan, I said, hey, I don't know what to call this. I hate to call it a field trip, but do you ever allow people? And he just stopped me. He said, do you want to come and tour? I would love it. He's like, absolutely. Here's my email at Jacksonville State. And just email me. He's like, I will take you to the morgue and I'm going to show you everything, but I can't show you bodies. I said, that is okay. So I'm going to go. And he was just nice as could be. He's an LSU grad and I'm an Auburn grad. So we both had some funny Alabama jokes together. And it was just like, that's something I never would have thought about had I not been at CrimeCon. Maury says, I lived in San Francisco Bay Area when Lacey was found in the Bay. He's guilty as the day in long. Oh, case closed. I agree. Taterbug says, Leslie, that shows that people that are in it for the right reasons and they will go on any YouTube channel. Egos left at the door. Yeah. Because I did email the guy that wrote Extreme Punishment and he was like, yeah, no, I got to decline that. So, oh, you're sweet. Maury, Leela Rowe. It was Leela Rowe. Oh, okay. So then the next day is, okay, so this is Saturday. So this is like definitely the fullest day because it's everything. So this is what it looks like. Okay, this is zoomed in. So I did not go to the 9 a.m., okay, because I was up late and I had Cosmos every night and I had fun. So they had that morning different things. So at 10:20, I went to the K9 demonstrations and somebody did put on one of those padded suits and those German Shepherds are amazing. I asked questions. 25% of them do not make it. They don't make it. Like as far as going through to be a K9, graduate. Because, we all know in the Karen Reed case that the dog, Chloe, didn't make it or whatever. Well, she wasn't an official police dog. And then I also asked about in the Lynette Hooker case, how they brought in the cadaver dog that they can go on water on a boat and they can help to find a body under the water because the bodies are releasing gases and oils and it comes to the surface. And he said that they will get their face almost in the water and that's where they know to look, which was amazing. Then I went to at 11:40 America's Greatest Detective. And that was like, again, a podcast filming. It was a lot of lady detectives. It was all these women and they were pretty much badasses. And they were talking about just like they'll be in the grocery store and run into somebody they've arrested. And somebody said, what would you tell your child who wanted to get into this? And one of them said, go be a firefighter. But yeah, there was that Scott Peterson thing at that same time. I had no interest in that. I did not want to do the Rex Heuermann case. The serial arsonist probably would have been interesting, but you just got to decide, right? Then at 1:40, I went to the Inside the Mind of a Psychopath with Dr. Kent Keel, and that was really, really, really good. Adelson Hater, that is an excellent comment. You're exactly right. There is a pay it forward mentality with a lot of YouTube creators. You should always. I mean, look, I don't care if someone has 500 people or 10,000. 500,000. I mean, you've got to just do the right thing. Like, why are we all doing this? Speaking of, like, that other person in Tallahassee that was the original person and is all mad about the Donna Adelson transcript, that it was never sealed again and blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. I mean, God, are we not all in this, like, just to all share knowledge? I just feel like we all chase our tail sometimes. The Lula wrote crazy leggings, yeah. Mia Wallace, I know. Joseph Scott Morgan, when he said that, I thought, my God, I'm going to email him and go next week. But it is an easy drive for me, 3 hours. Of course, I told my husband, and he was like, "You're going to do that?" I said, "Yeah, I am. I'm going to make a whole weekend of it." So y'all know I graduated from Auburn, and Auburn's like 2 hours from Birmingham. So I have a lot of friends in Birmingham. Yeah, he's a medical legal death investigator and now teaches. Julia, was gold cheaper in Vegas? I don't think so. They're all about that much, $600, I think. But yeah, Joseph Scott Morgan, he was amazing. And he goes on Nancy Grace, and he has podcast Body Bags. But okay, Dr. Kent Keel, so he's written a book. He was funny too. So I took some notes. I thought I did. Let me see what I said. No, maybe not. But he talked about, inside the mind of a psychopath. So I thought we could watch the video because I showed some of the stuff. That's what we're going to do. Then I took a break because I had not eaten, and I was going to go eat, but instead I ran into Kathy Mama Bear in the casino and sat down to play some mummy slot, put $20 in and left with $60. So it was a really good break. And then I went back up and ran into Vinnie Politan, and that was cool. And then I went and met up with Joe Patuto and did the FBI interview with Scott Duffy. And Scott Duffy is on STS a lot. And I will tell y'all, it was not what I expected. I feel like it wasn't a bad presentation. It just felt like it was one he's just had. Like, it was very choreographed, I would say. It had music. I mean, he was very, like, full of personality, which I never have gotten that sense when he's on STS. And then I was going to go to When You Don't Know You're Missing, the Kentucky girl, Michelle Newton. But then, like, her dad, remember, we've heard allegedly that the wife said, well, he wanted kinky sex. So anyway, I bowed out. And instead, I went and had a cocktail with Joe Patuto. And then I went back and I met. So I've never stood in line for a meet and greet. I don't like those. I won't do them again because you can't use your phone. You have to do like have a QR code that CrimeCon scans, and then you're in front of a CrimeCon backdrop, and then they text you the photo. So it's not like you can have this chit chat. Like, it's it's kind of like standing in line like at a fanfare. And I didn't like that. So, but I thought real quick, we can watch my little Vinnie Politan interview. And just so y'all know, we were chatting for 4 or 5 minutes before, and he had his social media person recording. I'm showing my age. And I thought, well, hell, I'm pulling out my phone. But listen to what he says. Let me make sure I don't have this on fast speed.
Who am I talking to?
This is Leslie B, my little YouTube channel. It's not quite Vinny, but yeah, game changer right here.
Game changer. I would just keep my eye on what's happening down in Tallahassee.
So do you think it'll be Georgia Kappelman?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So when I did not know he was going to be there. Those tangent guys were there. And then I was like, crap, here's Vinny right here. I mean, people stand in line for a long time to talk to him. I got lucky. And I said, hey, I saw you did this show. Was that a new show or did you just have that in the vault? He goes, oh, no, that was a brand new show. And he says that he gets tips and keep your eyes on Tallahassee. And then you'll see, but I keep asking him and he keeps saying, I don't think it's about the jury. I think it's about a judge basically willing to prosecute.
Yeah. I think there's he makes it up as he goes along, okay?
All right, that guy, Al, not a fan.
Trust me, I know. No. I'm wondering if she's worried a little bit about appeals, etc.
With Charlie?
With Charlie, to see where that goes, because you still want to be able to retain Wendy as the witness.
Okay, so what he was saying is, so a lot of people have been saying, oh, it's Charlie's appeal. And I'm like, they're not waiting on that. But then this made sense. If Charlie does get a new trial, they have to have Wendy testify. And if she is arrested or indicted, she won't.
If there has to be, God forbid, a retrial.
Because if she's arrested, she
Then this
can't.
game, you're done.
Okay.
You're done.
So what would you think about John Lauro sending me a cease and desist?
Whoa.
What's Wendy scared of? So a lot of questions about that. And I have not really openly talked about it. After this, Joe Patuto's like, I thought you weren't going to tell anyone, but it's now been a few months. So it is what it is. I mean, basically just, I think my content bothers some people.
I don't think she's scared. I don't know how people feel because this happened so many years ago. Do you ever get comfortable? And she knows that the prosecutor's taking her time.
Yeah.
And she's not in no rush, and there's no statute of limitations.
Right.
So it could happen. It may never happen, but it could happen at any moment.
Well,
maybe that's part of the game. I don't know. This prosecution's been different than most.
Right.
Usually everyone gets arrested, everyone gets charged, you try them all at once. They've been much more methodical and patient with it.
So see, this is interesting. As we know, Vinny's a former prosecutor. He said this is a very different case. You got to be methodical. You got to go about this in a certain way. Look at him. He's really watching for my reaction here. At least go for conspiracy.
Yeah. Well, the key is if you got it in front of a jury, I think the jury would be receptive to the arguments, but you got to get it past a judge. And
I gotcha. Well, in the words of... So hear what he just said. You got to get it past the judge. I think a jury would be for the arguments, but you got to get it past the judge. So, Nap, I hope that answers your question. Oh, Adelson Hater. What about a t-shirt with the state of Florida and an I instead of a star for the state capital? That's cute. I don't want anything that really has anything to do, I guess, with an I of hers, but I hear you. I know John, Al, and that other guy have that podcast. That guy, I interacted with him at the last CrimeCon. I interacted at this CrimeCon, and I'm not a fan. Donna, never give up. That's what she told Wendy. See, right here.
She's wearing all of this Adelson swag. It's amazing.
All right. So, but I had several more minutes with him before that. So, Julia, decision is Campbell's to charge Wendy or the feds. Oh, Adelson. Yeah, I on Tallahassee. I like that. Christina, Adelson Hater. I like your ideas. Check Trial Watchers Guild on Bonfire this Friday. Christina, who you kidding? You probably going to have it up there in 5 minutes. No, STS was not there. But while we're here, I want to bring up Christina's store. So Christina, it is all her store, okay? It's not my store. She's just been gracious enough to design. Oh, I hope you don't get in trouble on this bullet stuff. People get very picky about their things. I like this one. It's different now, isn't it? Love it. This is good too. Justice is waiting. Oh, that's cute. I like the indictment watch, jury watch. You got a lot of new ones. Objection. Use your common sense. Of course, I love these. The leopard. That's like Juror in the Wild, like Corey Richins. Oh my gosh, so cute. I was trying to see if you had the ones like I was wearing. Oh my God, the food truck things are cute. Oh, true. So Julia wore hers. So cute. I love my True shirt. I have this one as well. And these tumblers, True Crime in a Minute, Trial Watcher. Even my 24-year-old son was like, "Mom, those are really cool." He saw them in my office. Oh, this is this simple. Like, look at this one. It says Trial Watch. So that's kind of like the little mini design like I was wearing at CrimeCon. And it's $38. It's not bad. And they're that Canva brand shirt, which I really like. It's a nice thin kind of t-shirt. So Verdict Watch. This is what I wore. I bought for that Friday. Or Sunday. God, I can't even keep up what day it is. Indictment Watch. I do YouTube. I was trying to find, Game Changer. So a lot of y'all were asking about that. So let me put this in the chat. So this is Christina's store. She has put so much into this, but is the Game Changer not? I love it. And I love this one too. And I had this one also to wear, but I had to plan my outfit. So I went with the Leslie B for day 1, Game Changer day 2, and Verdict Watch day 3. And then I love the tumblers. So anyhow, I just put the link in there. The blonde was Georgia. I mean, y'all, Christina is so creative. Oh, Clever Beauty. That's a fun one. I decided not to wear it because I thought people might think that is really conceited because they may not get it. But I drink kind of this Clever Beauty tumbler with the glasses on it at work almost every day. And people at work now call me Clever Beauty. But she did that on the Simple Tea as well. Love it. I got photobombed. Melba says Vinny's remarks were expertly nuanced, worth mulling over. Yeah. I wish I've been looking on Court TV to see because they were definitely like he was telling the guy like what shots to get and stuff. And we kind of planned it out. He's like, I want you to pretend like, I just turn around and we start talking. So look, he wouldn't stand there and talk for 7 minutes about it if it was nothing. No, but Julia, she doesn't have to. She can't be compelled because she has the right to remain silent if she's already, if she's an indicted co-conspirator. Okay, these coffee mugs, every time they arrive, my husband's like, why aren't you buying more coffee mugs? But I love them. Linda, yeah, I know. 5 convictions, public record. Yep. And so I deleted like 300 or 400 or so shorts, which I never should have done. and it screwed my algorithm so bad. I should have just made them private. So now I've just added verbiage, disclaimers and things on my videos. War Eagle, Linda. Yeah, they're great shirts, but I love these, the small these, the simple ones with the clever beauty and the glasses. But she's got some great designs. So the link is there. It's also on the YouTube page. What does true mean? It's just like true crime in a minute, like truth, true. They could compel Wendy testimony against Charlie. I don't think they could. I mean, it's just like when Charlie came down for Donna's, he could have just pled the fifth. Yeah, the stay tuned. It's true. Sidebar Snoop. We love it. I'm buying my CrimeCon 2027 wardrobe from Christina. Absolutely. I was all about it. And people wear the shirts. I just wanted it to be like an outfit. And look, you can get cheap scarves. I'm not that everybody likes scarves. And those blazers. I'm going to tell y'all, everything that I was wearing though, basically a lot of it is from Amazon. Oh, that's cool, Julia. You want to never, never give up. The cat ride. Yeah, I know. My suitcase. I just want y'all to know I was so proud though. I actually wore everything I took with the exception of like 2 just basic t-shirts, like a white and a black that I always take because I'm known for spilling food on myself. And then I also had about I don't know, 6 extra pairs of underwear. Why do we always pack so much underwear? Julia, what does the Bullet Bourbon say? Let me go back. Let's see. It's just got their logo, I think. It says Frontier Whiskey. What does the back say? Christina is so creative. Distilled and aged. Bullshit alibi whiskey. That is hysterical. Hey, Carrie. Adelson hater. Why would a judge not want to proceed with the case? I don't know. I still said I felt like something was coming this year, and we heard Ruth say, "Oh, there's a retirement," but I don't know. I don't know enough. Nap, you're gonna buy your plane ticket? Yeah, start buying now and just space it all out. But I was gonna give y'all some tips. But if you pack like snacks and things, like I wish I had just had like a box of Uncrustables or something. That's where it does get expensive because you're in a hotel, right? You're a captive audience and nothing's cheap. But you can make it cheaper if you go like with a friend and split the room. Oh, thanks, Marcy. Nap. The ratio is 3 pairs of underwear to every one day. I know. I don't know why. I always feel like I have to have all this underwear. Okay. So this was Saturday, and then the next day was Sunday. And that a lot of people go ahead and leave because they're going to fly home, but we didn't fly out until Monday. So it was basically just a little over a half day. But I went to 2 different things. I went to at 11:45 I went to the behavior panel. Now I'm going to tell y'all, I enjoy their channel. I do. And I had met them or saw them the day before. Kathy Mama Bear was sitting there, and I stood up, and there they were. And I didn't know who this guy was, David Scott, that was with them. Now I know who he is. He's like the show host of Interview with a Killer, and he goes to these prisons. but I handed him my phone and was like, "Hey, will you take my picture with them?" But I have to tell y'all, like, they were really standoffish. I mean, you could tell they were not happy, but they were like, "Yeah, we'll take a picture." I think they had just walked in the door. But to me, this is your audience. This is what's made y'all. So you know what? Suck it up, buttercups. That's what I think. Um, Cat Ride, do I think Vinny knows John Lauro? Probably. I was thinking about reaching out to Vinny. Crows. I'm glad I'm not alone on the 3-to-1 ratio on underwear. I know it's like my fear to run out of underwear. That is right, Rosemary. So much underwear because you have to put a clean pair on each time you take a bathing suit off. That's true. Okay, and then Mike King, y'all, he is amazing. Somebody commented that they don't really like him, but what I heard I loved, he did analyzing coercive control. And I think I took some pictures. Oh, okay. So this is how the whole like session was laid out. So it's 3 levels. So you're having to like figure out the breakout rooms, where they are. And it looks easy, but it wasn't as easy. And the color codes were not totally right. So I did share the feedback. Yes, exactly. Our grandmas scared us over clean underwear. Yeah, you don't want to go to the ER with like holes in your underwear. So these were the different levels. So I'm just showing y'all like how that was all laid out. This is all the exhibitors in creator row. Okay, so y'all can see so creator row, the people on the right, they all get to go, I guess, for free. So exhibitors have to pay, I think it's $800 for a table. It might depend on the size. I'm sure it does. Creator row, my understanding is you fill out an application and they choose you. That's what somebody told me. But there's a lot of people. Yeah, then at least they had the map that helped. Okay, so I liked this, and I think I need to adopt this. 8 simple rules for being an ethical true crime fanatic, because I don't think I've been the best. 1, there is no victimless true crime, and that's true. We've got to always keep the victims front and center. There is no timeline for trauma. 3, investigate, investigate, investigate. 4, require the presence of victims' voices. I feel like we do a good job here with that. Definitely with the Markells. 5, do no harm. 6, respect boundaries. So I did remove some things that maybe were borderline on boundaries. 7, don't fall victim to true crime. Number 8, turn your interest into impact. So I really loved that. Okay, does anybody know who this is? So I saw her one night, and I don't know if she's a YouTuber or what. And I know y'all are like, Leslie, why are you taking a picture of a stranger? She just had a very strong presence. She had a platinum ID. And let me tell y'all, those are like $2,000. But I've also heard you have to like be invited to get one. And then she had like this very distinct hairdo. Nap, I never use in-room coffee makers. Yes, right? Because we saw that one where the lady would put her underwear in there and have hot water clean them. Mia, we could run that behavior panel. Yeah, I mean, some people are just like, as soon as the session is over, they're like barreling out of there. They're like, can you move? Can you move? You know, and they're like running you over with their bag. And I mean, just kind of some rude ass people. But I just thought maybe some of these people don't get out of their house much. Julia, let's ask Prop Joe about Wendy testifying. So I think that day after I was with Vinny, I did ask her, and she was like, "That's true, but habeas corpus," or she brought up some stuff, and she said she's doing a show this week about it. So we'll have to ask her. So somebody was saying Scott. No, he's not Scott. The short one on the behavior panel. He's kind of had some questionable claims. Like, I think he took an online course at Harvard and he has Harvard listed. So nobody knows who this girl is. Okay. I just thought maybe somebody knew. Okay, this is Interview with a Killer. This is David Scott, and that's the guy that I'm like, hey, here's my phone. Will you take my picture? I felt like such an idiot, but he was so kind. I went and apologized to him the next day. I said, I did not realize that you were the host, but this show is on Court TV, and I watched 2 episodes on the plane yesterday on the way home. Highly recommend it. So he goes to these prisons and he interviewed these different people. And so this lady, what was her name? Was it Celeste? Famous. She killed her husband. Really, really good. I highly recommend. Marcy, I'm guessing Mr. B now realizes you're not over true crime. Yeah. I mean, he is just, oh my God, like freaking out. I said, what? But like Josh and Tiffany Ritter were like, where is your husband? I'm like, yeah, exactly. That probably, it's like Mr. Big with Carrie Bradshaw. Like everyone's thinking, does this person exist? Okay. So that is Mike King. I just adore him. He's authentic, y'all. Chase, yes, that's the one. He probably seemed the cockiest. And I'll just say I'm about 4 inches taller than him. Okay, so coercive control with Mike King was amazing. Oh, Cheryl, interesting. The behavior panel's analysis of Wendy was their worst episode ever. It's like they all fell under the same Jeff Lacoste spell. Interesting. Okay, this was the sweetest thing. So Mike King, he was a detective in Utah, and he's retired. And I think his family was like very entrenched in fundamental LDS. But this little baby here, Ian Wing, he talks about coercive control and how the person controlling uses something that's important to that other person, something they love. In this family, they had pet ferrets, and the wife and the kids loved it. And so when he would get mad or wanted to control them, he would squeeze the ferret and kill the ferret. And so that's what happened to little Ian Wing. And they couldn't figure it out because he had all these, it was horrific, all the broken bones and injuries. And so he finally got the man to confess who killed the baby. And so Mike King dedicated this whole presentation to Ian. He says coercive control should never be defined by a faith, tradition, business, patriotism, or love itself, rather by the predatory people who weaponize what is sacred, personal, intimate, and trusted in order to gain power and control others. He talked a lot about multi-level marketing as well. Interesting, because I have a neighbor very into that, and they are now in foreclosure on their home. He says coercive control is a pattern of behavior, not a single moment or one-time event. It is ongoing domination through intimidation, isolation, regulation, and deprivation. So then I thought it was interesting that he used Gwen Shamlin because her church, the Remnant Church, is 6 or 7 miles from where I live, but we all know she died. She was in a plane crash, but she used her faith to try to control everything, her family, Everything. The Halderson case, Sidebar Snoop, is horrific. Yes, Cat Ride. David Scott is great. Celeste is another Donna. Y'all need to watch that show. The interview with Celeste, who killed her husband. But what I was thinking about, like, kill these interviews with these killers. That's who Donna Adelson is locked up with. Wild. Because there was another guy he interviewed who was a cannibal and he ate his victim. Y'all need to go see it. Quentin Shamblin. Yep. Yeah, the church is scary. Look at her little legs. But she left her husband basically because he was fat. She had the way down, WEIGH, down dieting like in the late 90s, early 2000s. And it was basically like when you got hungry, you would pray. But then it was crazy because she went down literally on a plane and crashed. But she left her husband because he was fat and married that guy that played Tarzan. It is the craziest thing. There's a whole documentary on it. Then talks about social media and Ruby Frank. Taterbug. I called it the anorexic church. There were people that had been beating their children because she was telling them. Yep. And she was recommending they use glue sticks. I used to always say to friends, like, let's just go one Sunday and let's walk in there with some donuts and be like, hey, good morning. He talks about the bite model and coercive control. He was really upset because some of his clips in the slideshow wouldn't work. By the way, did y'all know CrimeCon is owned by Fox News? Okay, this was really cool. So that poor little baby that he dedicated everything to, Ian, he used AI to see what he would look like today. And that was it. I mean, Mike King is an authentic man. And he went and he played video and he visited this boy's grave, this baby's grave, before he traveled to CrimeCon. And he showed us what he would look like today. It really, 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 it moved me. But afterwards, I stood in line because, is her name Zelda that comments on here? She wanted to know what's that shirt for him because she's making him a shirt. And so I was like, I'll go ask him. And so I stood in line and people kind of kept cutting, but I mean, not like intentionally. I wasn't being overly aggressive. And he's like, just a minute, ladies, this woman has been waiting and let me go ahead and speak with him. And I thought that was it just speaks a lot to his character. And that was the picture. And you can tell how tired I was. Yes, I wish Mike King had been the one to interview. Look at him. He was precious. There was a couple there. There was a young man. He was probably in his 30s that Mike had helped rescue from a fundamentalist LDS family when he was 10, so about 20 years ago, and he thanked Mike for all that he had done. Oh, thanks, Tater. Yeah, there are monsters among us, but he is just, oh my God, authentic. You can just tell who is real. And then I made a video of my stalker. I'm sorry. I've had too much fun with this. So I learned how to do that. And then just wanted to show y'all again the Game Changer shirt and the Never, Never Give Up necklace. Yeah, I was just showing each of my outfits for the days. See how cute these turned out, y'all? Thanks for the memories, CrimeCon. Oh, there is a CrimeCon cruise coming up in November. There's no way you could pay me to go on that. I can't imagine. Okay, so this is for next year, September 24th through 26th, Orlando. And I'm going to show y'all the hotel. So this is the hotel. It's nice. But when I was in Pharma, we had a meeting there. Rose and Shingle Creek Resort. But like I said, if you want to get the discounted rate, you got to buy your ticket first. Sorry, but that's the way it works. Okay, I was gonna play. So each day I did a little break of CrimeCon, and we've got John Smith's song to it. He wrote an amazing song. So I'm gonna play these.
Good morning. It's day one, and I've got my Leslie B shirt and my never, never, never give up necklace. Let's go to day one. There's Brian Enton. Thanks. So all of this last night.
Okay, so this is what I went to that morning on that Friday to get my badge. But the night before, it was all full of these people and then out the door. So it worked out.
It was zigzag, zigzag. So I'm glad I waited till this morning, honestly. Here we go. All right, gang. I'm official. Got my badge. All right, I've got the map.
So that's the wall of either missing people or people that they're seeking justice for. And last year, so in September, I had pinned brochures on there that Mia made for Allison Galvani for her mom, Nancy. And just think now her dad's been arrested for that murder. Think about that. Salmon pink looks great on you. Thank you. Pinks and salmons and oranges are my favorite.
I'm in Vegas, baby. CrimeCon 2026. I'm taking in all I can. True crime is my fix. As I walk through the center, planning what to see next. My thoughts go to Georgia and what's on the WhatsApp text. On my face.
Okay, I just made a game time decision. These people are all waiting to get into the ballroom to see the kickoff for 5 minutes with Nancy Grace, which, yes, that's great. But she's going to be on stage, and there's going to be probably 1,000 people in there. I'm going to go on up to my first session, which is 10 minutes after the Nancy Grace session, and it's about the Tepe murders in Ohio. So I just want to go ahead and go there. So that's what I'm doing. Just trying to give y'all a sneak peek so you can kind of see.
Favorite creators, they lined up wall to wall. 3 days just ain't enough.
So that one right there is the Joseph Scott Morgan one. Not as many people in there, but that's one where they record the podcast. Cheryl, did they give out swag bags at the end? So let's talk about that. They give you a bag when you arrive. I liked them better last year. It was more square, like rectangular canvas. It had Chris Hansen on it. And it's got like coupon codes and things in there. But all these creators, they're all giving out stuff. And the most popular thing you get, which Christina still is like, what do people do with stickers? But it is stickers. You get stickers and stickers and stickers because people put them on water bottles, on their laptops, phones, all that. They've got business cards. People give out gadgets. So I bought this little bomb, and it, well, I say bomb. This is what it is. It's a squeezy, and it says F bomb. I bought 4 of them. So you're supposed to, anytime you want to say it online, you just squeeze the F-bomb. But yeah, there's people giving out flyers. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. I did not take nearly as much stuff as I did last year because I just know that it's just going to be in a pile somewhere. But people are selling books and T-shirts and all that.
For me to meet them all, Vinnie Pilot and Nancy Grace, and of course.
Oh yeah, so that was I don't know who that was right there with Joseph Scott Morgan. This man, do y'all know who he is? I feel really bad. He was nice as could be, but nobody was giving him any attention. And I said, "Oh, I'll take a picture with you." Well, I'm trying to find it. I don't know. It just says Joe Scott Morgan. So anyway, but he was very, very nice. So I got a picture with him.
Vinnie Pilot and Nancy Grace, and of course
Josh Ritter. John Smith, your song is just amazing.
Josh Ritter, I'm gonna meet them, everyone. You can't.
Okay, so that is, let me go back. So that's, of course, Josh Ritter. So that's Kathy from Gossip, Rumor, and Innuendo, and she's just as dynamo as you would expect in person. She is adorable and energetic and just sweet, sweet. You thought I said bong? No.
And of course, Josh Ritter.
And then that is me. I was kind of bending down. I'm taller than Josh. And that's Tiffany, his wife, who is absolutely adorable. Oh, Forensic RNN, good to see you. And welcome to everybody if you're new here. Thank you so much. I did give out cards at CrimeCon. Not as a ton, but some. I probably did say bong. Oh, that's Kaylin on the right. So when y'all, if you go to Courtroom Confidential, Kaylin, who's does like everything behind the scenes, that's her. She's sweet as can be.
You can't say.
So I'm on the escalator and I look over and I went, "Are you Chris Hansen?" I said, "Well, now you have to get a picture." And his wife was standing there and she went, "Oh, that's a cute one." But he was nice as could be. And he was really tall. I was surprised.
I'm a quitter.
So I got this to show y'all what like a big ballroom looks like.
Suddenly I see your face. I've only seen
This was the Nancy Guthrie breakout session. Paul Morrow.
Weeks. We were following it on Josh's show.
That's if you watch Courtroom Confidential, that's oh my god, court dog Daniel. Why am I blanking?
And I always wanted to ask this long form question, and it's, what was it like being out there? You guys were out there, it's probably like hurry up and wait, I'm sure, for a lot of it, but I'm sure you have stories, and maybe you could share some of your favorite stories from the time you spent staking out the parking lot there.
I'm Kathy from Gossip, Rumor, and Innuendo.
And then Kathy asked a question.
True Crime Gossip. I have a question. What's the battery life on that Nest Cam?
Oh, I just have to say, I was sitting with this couple. So there were so many people I met that were like in their 70s, retired. And these people live in Toronto, Canada, and they had never heard of the Dan Markel case. My jaw dropped. And most of these, like a lot of these people had no idea there's even a world on YouTube. They're like, "I like Forensic Files and Dateline."
What's the what? Battery
life. How long will that battery stay up?
Oh, geez, I don't know, because I think it's a rechargeable battery that you can take out and recharge and put back in.
Yeah.
But it was certainly broadcasting when it was taken off that wall. And so apparently there are different iterations of.
There's a lot of people that are in lots of hurries. Don't mess with a bunch of true crimers. Okay, well, that was day one. I'm exiting a little early because I have a little shopping trip I have to make. Someone just texted me and I understand Lauren is here.
And so this Christina, and they're like already telling Christina not to get near her. What in the heck? So I'll let y'all know when I know more. I haven't seen anybody yet. This feels like more people than last year. Could be wrong. Feels crowded. I thought of a good name podcast though while I'm here looking at all these people for crime. It could be Botox and Bodies.
So wouldn't that be a great name though? Botox and Bodies. I think it would be good because there's a lot of that going on. I might make one. A lot of enhancements here. Hey, I have my own, but I'm just saying, a lot of people that get a lot of stuff done. The tote bags they gave us this year are enormous. And I've had my face about knocked out 5 times because people are like, excuse me. And then people will sit on the end of the row. They'll get to the session and they're the first one. So you got to crawl over these people to get in the middle. It's like, hello, go on in.
In his hand he has some papers. Is it some kind of report? He's looking straight at me now, and he looks.
So I met these ladies. They live, one of them in Tennessee, the one on the far right. So I met the two at the pool the day before, and they were on the far right. They're like, you got to meet her. She is addicted to the Adelsons.
Really
The best part, that, is CrimeCon. How lucky did I get an elevator to my room right here?
But I'm keeping my eyes peeled for Lauren and Dr. John. And hey, Tenderfoot, isn't that who produces Over My Dead Body? Is that? I want to ask them why they're not doing a part freaking 2. Maybe it's that Wondery. So now I'm all mixed up. I just think anything in life just has that dramatic element. Some of these people are just they will barrel over you. Everybody definitely has their favorite people that they're ride or die for. It's interesting. It just takes all kinds to make the world go round. But it's funny, talking to people, and it's like, who's your favorite creator? And they're like, well, no one. I like to watch Forensic Files. Okay, that's great. I don't even think a lot of these people know about the YouTube world. But then there's a lot of podcasters that are like, why do you do YouTube? You need to do podcasts. I don't know. So I'm whispering. It was a good day. Got my badge. And I'm not going to, is there something tonight? I don't know. I'm not going to it. I don't know. Maybe there's not tonight, but I gotta go see my Mr. B.
Time to turn and burn. Don't want another cease and desist. I'm running through CrimeCon, baby. A lawyer's chasing me. Never thought this would happen, not even in a fantasy. I think I lost him. I'm afraid to turn around, 'cause if I do turn, he might be gaining ground. Next day, I'm walking the halls, meet 4 mean girls looking like badasses. I quickly turn around and slip on.
Yeah, y'all follow Mia. Mia, will you put your channel on here? She's so artistic. Oh my God, what is this woman wearing? Wow.
My meta glasses. I have to protect myself, so I turn around and flee. What in the world is happening now?
All right, that was Jesse Weber. He is teeny.
The mean girls are chasing me. I'm running through CrimeCon, baby. Mean girls are chasing.
Okay, every time we went out to dinner and I would sit down, Oh, like zone in. I'm like, why do I keep seeing bullet bourbon everywhere?
Can't believe this is happening. This isn't reality. Think I finally lost them. I'm afraid to turn and see. They may still be back there.
Oh, see there, look, Christina, at the end, I've linked the merch. I'm working on that. So I'm going to play each of my day summary. I know some of y'all have already seen it, but
I'm on the way for a coffee run.
See, no makeup. Okay, this was bold for me, y'all.
And then I'll finish getting ready before I go to the K9 demonstration.
And I hope y'all know, like, I do not think I am, Nancy Grace or whatever. Like, I love a theme and I love embracing it and these shirts, and I was excited.
Be a game changer. That's a game changer. So each day, my outfits are going to be just a bit inspired. Yeah, by anything that I see with true crime. Today is game changer. If you know, you know. Headed to the K9 demonstration. It is day 2, Saturday. And I went to pick up my latte this morning and get my husband's. And they said, well, someone already got it. I was like, well, no, it was the wrong one. And then there's just people down there all decked in their crime stuff, getting nasty. I'm like, these are...
People were nasty down there at the coffee bar. I mean, this one lady was like, can I get some cream? It's like, I mean, it's awful. Thank you, Forensic Arnon. I have very thick hair.
The mods, the mods that are like, take their job super seriously, like to a 10th degree.
Y'all, I had so much fun. I loved it. I mean, I wish I could have met more people, but to me, it is all about the networking and meeting people. I absolutely I mean, when else can you sit with Joe Patuto for hours and question her about law? She was probably like, Leslie, that is enough questions, but she's so great. Oh, and Victoria, I love Jackie St. Germain, and we still have to do our part too. We've got to get it together.
Yeah. So if you come to CrimeCon, I recommend kind of bringing your own bag. The one they gave us last year I liked better. This one was just huge, so I'm happy I brought my little LL Bean tote. There's a lot of intense people here. Applause for the shoes. These are the cutest, comfortable.
Okay, those are my favorite little sneakers. They're Betsy Johnson. Gold glitter, definitely a must.
My Vegas sneakers.
That's Gigi, Pretty Lies and Alibis. That's Kathy Mama Bear. That's Shy Gal. And that's Nancy. She's also a mod. I'm just saying. I mean, Vinny. Somebody texted me and thought Vinny was on something. What do y'all think?
I'm in Vegas, baby. CrimeCon 2026. I'm taking in all I can. True crime is my fix. As I walk through the center, planning what to see next. My thoughts go to Georgia.
Okay, I saw this woman's purse strap and it said, "Let women run shit." I had to take a photo.
What's on the WhatsApp?
But he was the stepchild. He's like I said yesterday. He's Harry Potter, right? Live under the stairs. I might feed you. Rex likes to talk to
Just wrapped up the K9
stuff out here at the pool. Looks nice. Yeah, the canine demonstration was cool. And they do carry Narcan for the dogs. Pretty crazy. Oh, yeah, one thing they told us about the dogs that sniff out the drugs, they carry Narcan, like I said, for the dogs, but they know, the agents know, if you Narcan the dog and the agent that was with the dog, you then leave, because when that dog wakes up, all they're going to remember is that they were in work mode, and you don't want to be on the other side of that.
All my favorite creators, they lined up wall to wall. 3 days just ain't enough.
Okay, that man back there, he wore a crime scene tape like a beauty pageant queen would wear her thing. He wore it like that all 3 days.
Favorite creators, they lined up wall to wall. 3 days just ain't enough for me to meet them all. Vinnie Politan, Nancy Grace, and Josh Ritter.
Okay, I had never heard of this girl. I didn't realize, like, she's a big deal. Annie Elise, something. I had never heard of her.
Of course, I'm gonna meet them, everyone. I'm here.
Who am I talking to?
I'll replay this just in case anybody missed it.
This is Leslie B, my little YouTube channel. It's not quite Vinny, but yeah, game changer right here.
Game changer. I would just keep my eye on what's happening down in Tallahassee.
So do you think it'll be Georgia Kappelman?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think there's he makes it up as he goes along. Okay, trust me, I know. No. I'm wondering if she's worried a little bit about appeals, etc.
With Charlie?
I mean, just look at the people around. You can tell, like, I definitely dressed up more. Thanks, Beach Bum, on the scarf.
To see where
I never heard of this Annie Elise. 1.5 million subscribers.
That goes because you still want to be able to retain Wendy as the witness. If there has to be, God forbid, a retrial.
Because if she's arrested, she can't be a witness. Okay. So what would you think about John Lauro sending me a cease and desist?
Whoa.
What's Wendy scared of?
I don't think she's scared.
Vinny didn't really know how to answer this.
I don't know how people feel, because this happened so many years ago. Do you ever get comfortable? And she knows that the prosecutor's taking her time.
Yeah.
And she's now in no rush, and there's no statute of limitations.
Right.
So it could happen. It may never happen, but it could happen at any moment.
Well,
maybe that's part of the. I don't know. This prosecution's been different than most.
Right.
Usually everyone gets arrested, everyone gets charged, you try them all at once. They've been much more methodical and patient with it.
At least go for conspiracy.
Yeah. Well, the key is, if you got it in front of a jury, I think the jury would be receptive to the arguments, but you got to get it past a judge.
I gotcha. Well, in the words of Donna, never, never, never give up. That's what she told Wendy. See, right here.
She's wearing all of this Adelson swag. It's amazing.
Be a game changer. That's a game changer.
I'm feeling the force. Suddenly I see a face I've only seen before in court. In his hand he has some papers. Is it some kind of report? He's looking straight at me now, and he looks really pissed. Time to turn and burn. Don't want another cease and desist. I'm running through CrimeCon, baby. A lawyer's chasing me. Never thought this would happen, not even in a fantasy. I'm running like a chicken with Colonel Sanders on my tail. Don't want another letter. Don't want to go to jail. I think I lost him. I'm afraid to turn I do turn, he might be gaining ground. Next day I'm walking the halls, meet four mean girls looking like badasses. I quickly turn away and slip on my meta glasses. I have to protect myself, so I turn around and flee. What in the
Okay, that Elvis had like a sign that was digital, something on the back. He was singing. I don't know. It was kind of crazy. Hey, Cynical. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Skier, everyone.
world is happening now? The mean girls are after me.
I don't know what happened with the volume. Look who I just met. So I'm down in the casino and I'm talking to Kathy Mama Bear. She's a mod on Courtroom Confidential. And look who walks by. They definitely did not want to be bothered. But I said, can I please have a picture? And they let me.
Are chasing me.
Okay, so the nicest one was the far right one with the blonde hair. He was very nice. And Scott was kind of like, okay, yeah. And then the little guy here, look, they all agreed, so I can't. Greg Hartley was very nice, but just not a warm fuzzy guy, not warm fuzzy people.
I'm running through CrimeCon, baby. Mean girls are chasing me. Can't believe this is happening. This isn't reality.
Oh, there it is. There was my spotting. There's Lauren and Gray Bay. Right there. She's in the white jeans. That was it.
Reality, think I finally lost them. I'm afraid to turn and see.
There's Gray Bay
They
on the
may
escalator.
still be back there. Those mean girls chase.
Okay, this was awesome. The symptoms of psychopathy. This was that Dr. Keel. Y'all should go back and watch this. Very, very, very interesting. And somebody asked the behavior panel the difference between a sociopath and a psychopath. And a psychopath, it's nature, but a sociopath is created. It's like through nurturing. Think about Mackenzie Shirilla. She was kind of brought up that way, right? A sociopath. It's fascinating. He was showing us like MRI images of brains of psychopaths. And they signed, and Joseph Scott, yes. And they're and it's available. Okay, fine. And
Still be back there. Those mean girls chasing me. Think I finally lost them.
and I'm not here to get mixed in any drama. And apparently back to that Donna thing that we thought was sealed, and now it's not sealed and it's available. Okay, fine, whatever. I don't really care. Like, I'm here for justice for Dan Markell, so great. But I'm going to share my stuff. And there's a difference. Some people don't share. Some people like to put their logo watermarked all over everything. I don't do that, okay? I spent money on FOIA stuff too. Are we not just all going to collaborate? Because it would go a lot better. But there's just some people who just have ownership.
I'm afraid to turn and see. They may still be.
Okay, this lady, do y'all know her? She's been on a lot of interviews. Her name was Susan something. She's been on a lot of interviews lately with the Nancy Guthrie stuff. But I just went up I don't even know to say hi. And then she hands me some brochure about a book coming out, and I can spend $300 on pre-launch.
Back there, those mean girls chasing me.
I just said at first that I've never done, and I went to a meet and greet because it was late in the day. I mean, it's 7:40 here in Vegas, and it was Brian and Enton and Joseph Scott Morgan, and they signed. And I don't think I'm going the right way to the elevator. I'm not. But I asked Joseph Scott Morgan if I could ever come down to see, and he said, yes, email me. I will give you a tour, take you to the morgue. I can't show you bodies, but I'm going to give you a whole tour.
Okay, we are in the creator hall, the exhibitor hall, and we're going to do the quickest walkthrough that we've done in here.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, guys. I did not get to meet Nate Eaton. I'm kind of sad about that. I really thought I would, but I never did. All right, this is the last day, my final video.
Continue to be on verdict watch.
Well, it's officially verdict watch.
Verdict watch. And
the verdict as to one of the
reached a verdict. And has the jury reached a verdict?
Yes,
If you could please hand
Has the jury reached a unanimous verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you please could hand the verdict form to the bailiff. Has the jury reached a unanimous verdict?
Yeah. Good morning. It is the final day of CrimeCon, Sunday. I have on my verdict watch. These are the mini tees that Christina did. I have loved them because it gets chilly in meeting rooms, and then I have a cardigan on, so it's going to be fun. Slept in a little this morning, skipped the early sessions, and we had in-room breakfast, so it was great. And then going to enjoy some afternoon relaxing at the pool, and I'll have my summary later. Waiting on the elevator. My hair is filthy, but I'm not going to wash it if I'm going to go to the pool. Orange scarf to go with the orange in the verdict watch. And if you know me, like, this is all just like fun for me. I do not think I'm some model or fashion expert. I just like to have fun. I love a theme. And people wear a lot of crime things.
I'm in Vegas, baby.
So that's the guy that does the interview with the killer. And I had walked up to him the day before. I'm like, hey, can you take a picture of me with these people, the behavior panel? I had no idea who he was, but he was so kind. Neverly, you're meant to be in front of the camera with mic on. Got more from your report. Oh, you're sweet. Oh, thanks. I use this super cheap Maybelline stuff, and it stays on all day. I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. But yeah, I was always frustrated because I never could find out what the hell CrimeCon was. So I thought, well, I'm going to show people.
CrimeCon 2026. I'm taking in all I can. True crime is my fix. As I walk through the center.
Mike dedicated his presentation to Ian Wing, an infant who was murdered when he was only 6 weeks old by a dad who squeezed him to death, causing multiple fractures across his tiny body. And his dad is now out of prison. Mike King's presentation was hands down my favorite of all 3 days, talking about coercive control. And I think this is a presentation so many could have benefited from. And unfortunately, since it was the last one, there were not a ton of people there. And I just want to say thank you to Mike King. It was powerful, and I'll look forward to sharing more of it with y'all in the coming days when we do a CrimeCon debrief. Thanks for following along.
The WhatsApp text.
I'm kind of sad it's over. Mike King's presentation was the last one today, and by far the best. The best. I mean, it's like it was emotional. I can't talk. Yeah, I got like really choked up. It was just, there are just those people that are driven by helping others, and he's one of those.
You're inspiring, Mike King.
It's all about coercive control, evil. And I think we all know somebody in some kind of a relationship like that. He dedicated it to a little infant that 30 years ago died 6 weeks old from what the dad did to him. And I just can't even tell you how moving it was.
Mike then shared this photo where he used AI to generate what Ian would look like today as an adult at 30 years of age. And before he traveled to Las Vegas, Mike actually visited Ian's grave.
But one thing that he said was, if you know somebody in a relationship and there's choking involved, there's a 700% chance it will end in a homicide. And a lady then asked a question, because Lynette Hooker, who is missing, it's alleged that Brian Hooker choked her. So think about that. I did not attend the Nancy Grace session, the opening session, but they played a clip, with the conclusion video, and she said, when people say, why do you care so much about, those of us that are in true crime? And she gave a great answer. She said, why not? And that is going to be my new answer for everybody else. So this was amazing, and I wasn't prepared to get emotional. That is going to be my new answer for my friends. Are like, why do you care so much? Why not? But Mike King, good. All right, I'm off to the pool. I'm hoping I can take a nap. I doubt I can because the music's going to be loud. But 3 days of Cosmos has gotten to me. You just never sleep as good when you're not in your own bed. And but yeah, I just need some outside air. I know it's going to be hot, but the pool's pretty cool, even if it's just a couple hours. So we fly home tomorrow. I can't wait to see Katie and Marshall and get to sit at my computer and do a live. That'll be nice. And this elevator is terrifying. Listen to that. So I could be the topic of the next CrimeCon. Doesn't sound good. Yeah, I did. I rented one of these stupid day beds, but they're comfortable as anything. I've got the same view, and it's much warmer than it was the other day. But it's all right. This is it. I just ordered a Miami Vice. And thank y'all for following along CrimeCon journey with me. I'll do a whole video. I mean, I know y'all are like, we've seen enough, but I'll do a live this week, and we can talk about, I can talk about pros and cons. I could see maybe changing and going to every other year. I liked having it in Vegas because there's other stuff to do. In Orlando, we're just going to be in that hotel, which I have stayed at before because I was in Pharma. We had a convention there. It's very nice. All right, y'all. Peace out and wish me luck because the slots were not nice to me last night.
All my favorite creators, they lined up wall to wall. 3 days just ain't enough for me to meet them all. Vinnie Pollard and Nancy Grace and Josh Ritter, of course. I'm gonna meet them, everyone. I'm here, I'm feeling the force. Suddenly I see a face I've only seen before in court. In his hand he has some some kind of report. He's looking straight at me now, and he looks really pissed. Time to turn and burn. Don't want another cease and desist. I'm running through CrimeCon, baby. A lawyer's chasing.
That was Julia before that.
I'm running
That's Julia. She's in the chat.
through CrimeCon, baby. A lawyer's chasing me. Never thought this would happen, not even
That's Mr. B. He's anonymous.
in a fantasy. I'm running like a chicken with Colonel Sanders on my tail. Don't want another letter. Don't want to go to.
And there you go. And somebody was saying how the traffic in Orlando. So you can stay at this hotel, though. This is where it's going to be at the Rosen Shingle Creek. So, yeah, Grish says he's going to go. Oh, thanks, Julia. So, yeah, now y'all know what CrimeCon's all about. It was funny, like meeting people in the hotel. They're like, "Are y'all here solving crimes?" I'm like, I mean, yeah, you could say that. Yeah, so keep your eye on Tallahassee. But thank y'all for joining, and I hope that y'all will start planning. So you got 16 months. So if y'all saved a little bit every month, yes, I'm so glad I went. Last year I went for one day. And so this year, I was at the hotel and I'm so glad I went. I mean, I don't think I could attend every single seminar. I thought some were okay. To me, though, it is all about just meeting the different people. I did get a couple of cards of people and they're like, yes, I'll come on your show. And I've got to figure out who that was. But I cannot wait to go and tour with Joseph Scott Morgan. Y'all, that'll be amazing. Thank y'all so much, and appreciate y'all. And just keep liking, subscribing, hyping, all those things. It really helps. I appreciate it. And I hope I get to meet y'all at the next CrimeCon. It'll be a good time. Thanks, everyone. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Thank you all for riding with me till the truth brings victory. I'm Leslie B, justice seeker, story keeper, and we're still watching, waiting for justice.